Hi guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. For today's video, I wanted to share with you guys a whole bunch of products that did not work for me in the year of 2017. Some of these products did release in 2017, but there's a nice amount of products that did not release this year, but I still wanted to mention it to you guys because it's still makeup products, you know, and it's still available, so like, why not? So first I have to preface this video by saying that if you guys like any of these products, do not take it to offense. I don't mean it towards you. I just mean that these products did not work out for me personally, and you know, that's like with everything. Some things work for people, some things don't, and it's also kind of like with these products as well, makeup products in general. So let's get started. Okay, so the first product that was a definite disappointment for me this past year was the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Frame and Set Brow Pomade. So I have mine in the shade Warm Brunette, and this is how it looks on the inside. I really wanted this to work for me because it was so affordable at the drugstore, and I really do love the ABH Brow Pomade, but sometimes it can get a bit pricey. I've never found anything that compares to that, but I thought that this would. Hell no, this thing absolutely sucks. It's very piecey, and the consistency is like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's not that it's thin, but it's very like piecey, you know? And every time you like fill in your brows, it like feels like all crunchy and everything. And I'm just not about this kind of life. It was actually really hard to blend out as well. And it was just tough to fill in my brows. And especially me and my brows, typically I don't like to fill them in. So if I have a product that's hard as hell to use, I'm just kind of like, no, I need things that are easy and simple. So this was a definite fail for me, unfortunately. I thought it would work, but it doesn't. Okay, moving on to the next two products that were a definite fail for me. These are the ColourPop Crystal Priming Sprays. So basically these are facial sprays that you would essentially put on before you apply your makeup to kind of prime your face. And then you would go in with like a primer, pore filling primer if that's what you go for, or a hydrating primer, and then a foundation. I love facial sprays. You guys see them in my weekly makeup videos every single week. So I love them. I love purchasing them. I love trying out many different brands. When I purchased these, I was so excited, obviously. Like, first of all, the packaging is super cute, very adorable. This one right here is called Rose Quartz, and the liquid is this really beautiful pink color. And then this one right here is called Amethyst, and it's the most prettiest purple of life. So of course I wanted these to work out for me because also it's ColourPop. Like, their products are so affordable and typically are very nice. However, these are the kind of facial sprays that when I put it on my face before I put my makeup on, there's no makeup application going on after that because my face is going to be red, super itchy, very scratchy, and it's going to look kind of inflamed a little bit. Like, every time I use these, I was so confused because I'm like, what? Like, I didn't expect these to do that, you know? But I still kept using it because I'm like, okay, maybe it was something else. Maybe it was a skincare product I used that, you know, kind of inflamed my skin a few minutes after I used it, but no. It was this. I realized I sprayed this on my face, and then only after a few moments after I used these, my face looked like a tomato face, especially like on my cheeks and everything where I have a lot of texture and my skin is super sensitive. So this was something that was extremely disappointing for me. Like, even if they're like $6 each, still, like, if it's a product that doesn't work well for me, I don't care if it's a penny. Like, I would not make my skin go through that hellness, you know what I'm saying? So these were a really sad purchase for me. Unfortunately, I did want them to work, but my skin cannot handle it. Like, when my skin reacts that way, it's like, you know, 911 situation. Okay, the next thing that didn't work out for me was this Everlasting Cushion Foundation by Clarins. So Clarins is a brand that typically does release really nice, beautiful products, and a lot of their products do work well for me and I enjoy them. However, this is a kind of cushion foundation. It's a cushion foundation that did nothing for my skin. Nothing. Like, it barely covered up anything, and I'm kind of like, what was the point of it, really? So it opens up like that, and then you have the cushion in here. Typically I like to use these with beauty blenders and apply it on my face, or even when I used it with a brush, it just did not perform well. I really did not like the L'Oreal Cushion Foundation either, but the Maybelline one was a really good one. So therefore, it leads me to believe that cushion foundations are not easy products to do because some of them are good and some of them are not. This one was just not my style at all. Like, even when I'm dabbing my finger in there and I'm swatching it, there's barely any color. I would only recommend this if you have the most flawless skin of life and you just want to put something on just to put something on, then this would be great for you. But I feel like for majority of the people, it would be a very disappointing product because it does nothing. And then also, I feel like it just had a very like funky monkey kind of smell to it, and I just was not about it. Every time I put it on my face, I'm like, okay, my face just smells. Like, it's not a bad smell, but it's not a good smell, you know? So I would say that this gives, like, let's say a full coverage foundation gives 100% coverage, this gives -1% coverage. Like, it's like, what's the point of even using it, you know? And then the smell too, you know, I just did not enjoy it. Okay, moving on to the next thing that did not work out for me. I don't even know if they sell this anymore, but if you guys see it, do not pick it up because it will not work. So this is the Sephora Daily Brush Cleaner. So what you would typically do with this is spray it on your brush like a blending brush and kind of spot clean it on the spot, and then go ahead and use that brush with a different eyeshadow if you wanted to use the same brush with something else. So I really do enjoy the e.l.f. brush spot cleaner. I actually finished up the whole entire bottle and I was running low on that, so I wanted to go ahead and purchase this, and no. This basically makes your brushes feel extremely oily, and it just doesn't clean anything. And this was actually $6 or $7, and even though it is affordable, the e.l.f. one is so much better, and the e.l.f. one is $3, you know? So I did use a little bit of this. I wanted it to work for me. I like the spray on it, but the e.l.f. one also has a spray, so I would prefer that one 1,000,000%. This just did nothing. If anything, it just made the whole process more time consuming. So I would not recommend this. Like, I just feel like it was kind of a waste of money even for the $6. Okay, moving on to the next thing that was a huge disappointment for me. This is the Rimmel London Clump Free Volume Shake It Fresh Mascara. So you shake it up just like that, and this thing is so weighted. Like, it literally feels like a bullet from a gun. I'm telling you, even though I've never really held a gun really, but anyways, this is how the brush wand looks. Nothing major, pretty simple, very standard. It's a natural bristled wand brush, and it smells like a mascara typically smells. Now, the reason why I didn't enjoy this is because I felt like the bristles were so spread out, so it was super difficult to get every single lash, and then I felt like it just did nothing for my lashes. Like, it barely made my lashes look voluminous, full, separated, nothing. Like, typically I do enjoy these kind of wands because it is more on the chunkier side, and I typically go for those kind of wands, but this, like, besides for this being like 10 pounds heavier than a typical mascara, it was just a waste of money. It took up too much space in my collection because this thing is also double the size of a regular mascara, and it just did not perform well. So do not buy this if you see this in the drugstore because it's so not worth like the $8. Okay, moving on to the next thing. This is the Tarte Sweet Tarte little perfume. So Tarte released this with a set a few months back. So it came with like a highlighter, which I really enjoyed, and then this little guy. So I used it quite a few times, and it initially reminded me of like the Victoria's Secret perfumes, which I do like a lot of their scents. But this, like, I tried it a few times. Initially I was kind of like, okay, I don't really know, but then throughout the day, if you want to see me in my worst state, come to my house when I'm wearing this, because my head was on another level of explosion. I don't know what is in here, but this is sweeter than sweet can be, and it just it's not that it's only sweet, it's kind of like overwhelming, like car service sweet. You know what I'm saying? Like, just not a good amount of sweet. Like, I have a nice amount of sweet perfumes that I really love, but this one, I don't know what they put in here, but I can't even smell it and my head is about to explode. Okay, the next two products that I have here are eyeshadow palettes. So these are eyeshadow palettes that I've already discussed with you guys in my best and worst eyeshadow palettes of 2017. So I'm not gonna go too in depth with both of these, but I'll just, you know, discuss it for a few moments in case you missed on that video. So the first eyeshadow palette fail for me was this ColourPop Golden State of Mind eyeshadow palette. But firstly, the packaging, really nice, super cute. You open it up and you get a nice selection of colors. Now, I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's already like oil seeping through, which was kind of a turnoff when I opened this up. That's not the reason why I don't like this. I just recently found out that it was doing that, and I was like, okay, I don't know what's going down here. But the shadows in here are super chunky and so difficult to blend out. Like, it's so not a breeze of a palette to work with. A lot of these shadows in here also have a lot of like chunkiness in them when you swatch them, when you apply them on the eyes, so you have fallout everywhere. You definitely have to use these shadows with like some glitter glue or something, but even with that, you still have to work hard. So I'm not about this palette. I think that the pigmentation is nice, but I feel like they don't perform as well as they look and as well as they swatch, which is kind of a pity, because ColourPop has such beautiful palettes and shadows generally, but this one, like, now it's on sale at Sephora, and I'm not surprised that it is, because I know a lot of people were actually disappointed with it, and so am I. And I'm kind of getting turned off from all this like oil seeping through. Like, initially it was just on these few shades, and now I'm looking, it's like all over here. So I don't know what the hell that is about, but I want my money back. Then moving on to the next palette that was a fail for me. The ABH Subculture palette. Now, the reason why I purchased this initially was because of the gorgeous, beautiful color selection that you have in here. I love the colors, super nice and very cool toned, but this was a palette that made me like feel like I was in hell. And if you want to know what hell feels like, use this. Don't get offended if you guys do like this, but it's just not my style of palette. I do like the colors, but the performance is F-, if that's even a rating. I felt like when I used these shadows, they looked very messy and unblended and very like dirty looking. Like I just looked like I jumped into the mud and I came out and I was like, hey, what's up, you know? It's very flaky, very piecey, very powdery, fallout galore, and it's just not my style. Again, the colors are gorgeous and that is why I picked it up, but the performance of this, it's like deceiving, you know, like it looks beautiful, but you don't know what the hell you're getting into once you actually purchase this or use it. Okay, moving on, the next product that was a disappointment for me this past year was this L'Oreal Visible Lift Blur Foundation. Now, the first thing that I didn't love about this foundation was that this is a very yellow tone, so it did not suit my skin at all. I actually think that this is the lightest shade, which I was surprised to see because it does not look super light. Then, the reason why I also didn't like this foundation was because it looked like an actual paste on my face. You know how cement, when you like smear it all around, it has like that pasty feel and look? Exactly how this looks on the face. So if you do want that kind of look, then I would definitely go for this, but I know it's not a look that a lot of people go for. It definitely also made my pores super visible and it just did not blend in with my skin. Like it was not one with my skin and it was kind of an annoying product to use. I just didn't enjoy this at all. L'Oreal does have a nice amount of foundations, but I don't know what happened with the formula of this one. It's also like thicker in consistency, which I don't mind because if it's gonna give me a nice amount of coverage, then great. But the thickness actually made it 10 times worse because again, it just looked like more of a paste on the face and it did not blend out well. So a fail for me. The final product that I have to share with you guys is this Tarte Ready Set Radiant Skin Mist. No. Okay, so this, first of all, I hate the smell. Hate it. Hate. Oh my god, it has a cucumber smell, but in the worst way ever. Like a worst way ever. Like a spoiled cucumber. Like, you know when a cucumber has like mold and everything on it? That's what this smells like. It does nothing for my skin, absolutely. Like it doesn't prime, it doesn't set my makeup, it doesn't refresh my skin. If anything, it makes it feel drier after I use it. And then I told you like the scent was a total game changer. So not about this, and it was so pricey, so it definitely hurts my heart and soul. But just to let you guys know, if you're not into that like cucumber-y-ish moldy scent, you probably will not like this. And if you want something that's gonna hydrate your skin, I would definitely not recommend this. I would totally go for the Mario Badescu facial mist because those are bomb and this is not. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it. Those were the makeup-y products that did not work out for me in 2017. Fortunately and unfortunately, I don't know. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would love to know what makeup products did not work out for you, so please let me know down below so that I should know that I should stay clear of certain makeup products. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.